Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So not my typical video, but nonetheless, I want to go ahead and show you how I made these masks just as a protective barrier when you go and do your essential shopping. So what you will need is 2 pieces of fabric. I have some scrap fabric in my home. You're going to need 9 inches wide by 6 inches long. Okay, I will be making 2 masks. Okay, so this is what my fabric looks like once I've cut it out. And I'm making 2 versions in this video. You'll see in just a moment the way I place my fabric. You'll see how we do the 2 versions. Okay, you'll also need 2 pieces of elastic, 6.5 inches long. Okay, now take note, my fabric is facing pretty to pretty. That means the side that would normally be shown, they're both facing each other. Okay, and then also take note, I have another fabric side by side, and then you'll see that I have the pretty one facing out, and then you see right behind it that the pretty one is facing the wrong side. Okay, so you see pretty on the bottom facing the wrong side. Okay, so this is how we'll do the two type of mask, and you'll see in the end what version you would like to do. Okay, the only difference is just the way you place your fabric. All right, I particularly recommend this one that I'm showing you here that's in the film, when you see the pretty facing the wrong side. Okay, all right, let's go ahead and get started. So I have all my little sides pinned down. I have my elastic on the inside. Okay, and again, this is the wrong side facing the pretty side. See the pretty side, and it's facing the wrong side. All right, so we're going to sew down all 4 areas, and on the last area, the wide area, we're going to leave a little space. And so this space will allow us to flip it inside out, and that way we'll have our elastic to go around our ears. Okay, so here we are at the sewing machine. I'm gonna go ahead and just pull my elastic to the side, so I'm not sewing the middle part down. That part goes around your ears. You'll see when we're done. And I'm gonna go ahead and drop my needle, and I make sure that I go nice and slow, and make sure you back stitch at the first. Okay, and then you're going to see me slow it down, and then I'm going to back stitch over my elastic a few times just to make sure we secure that in place. Okay, and then once we secure it in place, go ahead, leave your needle inside your fabric, lift your presser foot, and then just flip your fabric to the side. We're going to go and continue all the way down. Now this is my last end. All right, so I'm going to leave a nice opening. I'm showing you how much opening I'm going to leave. Okay, I sewed down my other 3 sides. You're going to do the same thing I did. I'm going to do a little back stitch right here. I'm cutting my fabric or my thread, and I'm moving the fabric so I have that opening. Okay, all 3 sides are done. This is the 4th side, and I'm back stitching, and I'm going to go ahead and sew down the rest of the little fabric opening. Okay, cut your fabric, and now this is what we're left with. Okay, so all 4 sides are sewed down, and I have a small opening. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to clip off the little excess parts, taking note not to cut off the area you just sewed. Okay, and we're just clipping it to avoid extra bulkiness. If you don't need to, you can skip that part. Okay, now take your hands, gently flip your fabric inside out. Now this is what I was talking about when I said you're going to have one pretty fabric facing the wrong side fabric. Okay, so when you flip the mask inside out, it's a clear distinction on which one faces you and which one faces the world. And the reason why I'm showing you this is that way when you come home from doing your essential shoppings, you know what side touched your face, and you know what side that should continue touching your face. I do recommend washing them in between each use. All right, now that we flipped it inside out, we're going to go ahead and close off that little opening that we have. We're just going to put those 2 sides together nicely, put it back underneath the machine and do a straight stitch. We're almost done, guys. Okay, we're going to go ahead and put that straight stitch down, and we're almost done. We'll do our pleats and we will be done. I do like to give a top stitch also to both ends or both sides of the mask. This just provides a little bit extra neatness for me, and yeah. Okay, so there's no exact science to these measurements. Just go ahead and start making a couple pleats, pin it down, and we're just going to do a straight stitch a couple times over that side, left and right, and we're done. Okay, and that's it. Pretty easy. So I prefer this one when you have both of the right sides of the fabric facing up. Now this one is a different way. This is when you put the pretty fabrics facing the pretty fabric. That's the only difference. Everything else stays the same. It's just pretty to pretty. And I'll show you what it looks like when it's all done. So I sew down all my sides. I'm showing you how much I'm going to leave open as the opening. Okay, so keep in mind all the other sides are sewn down. I'm going to leave a small opening on this side like I did with the previous one, and then I'm going to flip it inside out. Once you flip it inside out, then you just sew down your opening. Okay, so once we're all done with that, we're going to go ahead and make our pleats, and we'll be done with our second mask in under 10 minutes. Okay, and I just want you to take notice that this mask, both sides look identical, okay? And this is why I recommend the first one. Nothing's wrong with this one, but if you do it, just make sure that you label it, you take a pen or a marker, and that way you know what side touches your face and what side touches the world. I'm speeding up the video because it's the exact same process that I did with the first one. You're going to make your pleats, you'll sew them down on both sides, and then you're all done. Okay, and then this mask is pretty much done. It's a simple process to protect yourself and your family while you go out and do only your essential shopping and buying. Just so you can see, this is what it looks like when you do pretty to pretty. And this is what it looks like when you do both right sides facing up. Okay, right sides both facing up. And this is the one I prefer because I know automatically which one goes to me. Thank you guys for watching. Be safe out there.